I really am going to make this a short live because I am tired. I had a long day, but we're going to dig right in. So, here's the thing. I am doing a series on what I have learned being on YouTube for 5 years. I have yet to be monetized for the 4,000 watch hours yet. It's going to happen any second now. I'm sure of it. And but that's a lot of years to be on this YouTube journey and not be monetized, yet not get burnt out. And I wanted to have like a conversation around the behaviors and the psychology and the mental health behind it. And I actually wanted to show you something as well. So I got this in the mail, okay? I got this in the mail, and I'll actually hold off on that so more people can come in. I'll show you guys what I got in the mail, but here's the thing. If this is a part 2 to yesterday's. So we had a really meaty, like really good juicy live yesterday about how to build your YouTube, okay? And so when you get monetized, well, okay, let me just finish my thought, but I'll answer that in a second. So yesterday was really meaty, and I wanted to make another like 2 hour in depth of what I learned, what I know, so that way you can start your YouTube journey way easier than I did and not make all the mistakes that I did and all the realizations and revelations that I had. Um, it's like I could have got monetized within 2 years and it didn't have to take 5 years and still counting. Okay. Hey, Hallie, I know it's late for you. So here's the thing. So I'm going to wait till a couple more people come in and I'm going to show you guys what I got in the mail. Um, so here's the thing. This is a really interesting time on YouTube. And I really want to stress that if you have ever thought about creating a YouTube and it just still just doesn't seem like it's something you really care to put in the time and the energy, arguably in the history of YouTube, this is the time. And let me tell you why. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this yet. So if you've been on YouTube for a while, you know that there's been bigger YouTubers that have been getting off of YouTube. Like they're burnt out, they're crying online, like they are pouring out all their emotions. They're going through mental health issues, like just all these things. I came across another one right before I got on this live. And this young lady was voicing her concern, and she had almost 300,000 subscribers. And this is like maybe the 30th YouTuber that I've seen that have over 200K, 300K, 400K, a million saying they're going to get off. And the consistent theme that I hear when they discuss their concerns about being a YouTuber and wanting to quit is that flat out being burnt out, flat out not liking to edit, flat out how scary it's getting online, flat out, as far as like people, just doing weird stuff, the trolls. Another really good point that I heard from this young lady was that, as humans, we all go through stages. We reinvent ourselves, we grow, we mature. There's things we outgrow, right? Like there's things that we have no interest in anymore. You might have been excited about a certain hobby, and then now that hobby is no longer of interest to you. Like we evolve as humans, right? But when you're online, it doesn't work like that. Like you can evolve, and the people that physically know you in real life are happy that you're evolving because they're evolving too. But online, people attach to you where you were 4 years ago when you started your YouTube channel. And as you evolve, if they're in the same spot themselves, or they really liked you as the person that, I don't know, the person that would cuss all the time, and then maybe now you don't cuss anymore and you're not as like funny because you don't cuss anymore or something. And people are like, yeah, what's going on? You cuss all the time. Like, it's like funny when you cuss. And it's like you're on a whole nother journey. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one tiny example. But it is a scary place. The internet is a very like I don't know what it's turning into. It's like as good and advanced as it's getting and how much of a tool it is and how amazing it is that it connects the whole earth. It's equally like having these negative, just these negative aspects to it. So if you're not, a lot of these YouTubers as well, it's like some of them are not even 30 yet. And I think that okay, so this is why I think it's a beautiful time for you to be on YouTube, especially if you are 35 and above, 38 and above. Because here's the thing, there's just things that you can't, there's just power that you get as you continue to spend more years on the planet, as you continue to age. And some of these younger YouTubers that started in high school, like they started their YouTube at 14, 15, 16, 17, and they blew up and they have all these subscribers. Now they're 23, 24, 25, 26, and they're like really going through it mentally. And with people like me and you, we are individuals that, we're more seasoned. We've had some life experiences. We're not as impressionable. We are more mature. We are more sure of ourselves. We're more content, right? So I think that I'm not saying that it's going to be a changing of the tide or a changing of the guards, but there's something happening and I can't quite put my finger on it yet, but there is an array of viral videos out there of people just like me and you that are propping up their camera and just talking about life experiences, and these videos are getting 30, 40, 50,000 views. And like they're not overly edited, so it doesn't take a lot of your life from you, like your real life from you. So a lot of the YouTubers that I was watching that are, having these announcement videos that they're leaving, again, they're burnt out. And I think what happened is 4 or 5 years ago, when everything was beastification, like it was beastified, people felt like they had a lot to live up to, right? And it made sense because those videos were the ones that were going viral. But there's just something about that good old like primitive, normal human to human connection that just nothing has been able to beat yet. And so yeah, maybe we were misled by the glitz and the glam of like the editing, but people are over it. Like there's even bigger YouTubers that I notice now are slowing their content down and taking off a lot of the editing. Okay? So now here's the thing, who knows what's going to happen with their engagement, because their followers are used to seeing them with really overly edited videos. So they may not get, that good of feedback about, okay, what's going on? Are you getting tired? Like, your videos are a little boring. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when you just start and you're yourself. So there was another young lady that I came across. Hold on, let me tie my top up. It's starting to drop. Hold on. There was another young lady that I came across, and she was saying that she feels like she has a persona online, and then her persona in person is obviously her real self, right? Which I think that we can all agree on that. With me and with some of these other YouTubers that are 40 and up that are just starting their page, we're ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me with my puffy hair. I've been out all day. I have a lot to do. I'm going out of town for a week. And, I'm popping on, and this is me. What you see is what you get, right? And a lot of these bigger YouTubers, it's like they have to put, like, let's just say the person's name is Sally Smith. So Sally Smith in real life is this person. And then Sally Smith online is like the sandwich queen, right? Like, let's just say her title is the sandwich queen. So then she has to check in mentally to the sandwich queen, and the sandwich queen puts on makeup. The sandwich queen puts on her hair. The sandwich queen has all the theatrics, right? And so it's kind of like this, you go into this like split personality thing where it's burning people out. People can't sustain it. People are like, I can't be my real self in real life and then check into a persona. And then people, there's thousands, like right now I have 48 people. I kind of have like 20 people popping in. It'll go up to 40, 60, then it'll go back down. You guys are seeing me, but I can't see you guys. So as you guys are messing up, as you guys are evolving, as you guys are learning, as you guys are trying things and failing, I don't see that. But you guys are seeing me do it. So, you may feel like you really know me, or you may feel like, you know, that you can really yeah, that you're just like super in the know of Ciana. And yeah, you're in the know of about 8%, you're in the know about 8%, but the 8% that you know is really me. But yeah, there definitely is a whole aspect. It's not like I'm streaming all day, right? So it's getting interesting out there, and I think that we're starting to see, because usually you can't really see the effect of something until about 20 years in, like how it's going to really affect humanity, like a generation. And we're basically over that mark of, we're seeing the mental strain of like people having an online presence versus who they are in real life, and the overly edited stuff, and people just can't keep up with it unless you are Mr. Beast, or on that level of like you have a team of 14, 15, 16, 17, 100 people, where you don't have to do everything yourself, but then you're still turning into like a boss or a manager, right? Because you have to make sure all that stuff is done. So it can be very, very like soul sucking, to be honest. And so that's why I had told myself, if I'm going to do this, this can't be so um soul sucking that I just like get over it really quickly. Like maybe I can do a willpower brute force for 90 days and really edit and do all that, but it's going to fizzle out. And so I'm actually kind of happy that I just started in my car, and I just am kind of just doing the same old thing. And maybe I might level up a little bit here and there every day on like, okay, maybe I can sit up a little higher, or maybe I can maybe speak a little slower, because I'm from California. We all speak really fast and say like every 5 seconds. And I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be online and I'm going to be global, like this is technically available to the whole planet, I can maybe practice speaking a little slower, but it not taking away from who I am, because that's number one. I don't want it to strip away my real self, right? But I do have a very calm side, and you guys always see the very high strung side. So, basically it's like there's going to be an evolution that you guys see of me. And the younger folks, the generation, what are they, the Gen Zers, they are, because you change a lot from when you're 16, 17, and then when you're 24. That's a big difference. And people are like, well, you used to do this, or you used to be into this, or you said you would never do that, and now 5 years later you're saying you did that. How many of us have all done that? I would never try sushi. All of a sudden you're like, you should start a blog because you're Mr. Sushi now. I would never go to that place, and all of a sudden now you know every place that's in that genre of type of place. I would never go to a club. Now you're a clubber. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we all are evolving, we're all growing, and I think that there's something going on with the YouTubers that have from before, like the YouTubers that have been on since they were teenagers. They're starting to like, something is happening. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. And I'm actually, now that there's more people on, I'm going to show you guys what I got in the mail. And then I'm going to read your guys' comments really quickly. So if you are, I'm telling you, this is a sweet spot. People are craving, they're really craving, the algorithm is picking up on it. People want real, genuine conversations. And there's a big wave of, I talk about this a lot in my older videos, that we need eldership. Like we just need that good old fashioned, like, here's reality, here's advice. Now a lot of people are getting on in their late 50s, 60s, 70s, and now people are soaking it up, because all you see is the overly edited advice that millennials are giving each other, or Gen Zers are giving each other. And it's like all that juice, right, from the Gen X, the boomers. And I'm sure there's some that are still alive. Actually, I technically think that my grandma's first cousin, who's 90, I think that he's whatever generation was before the boomer. He's 90. So those people are like, and I'm actually going to ask him if he would get on here with me one good time, just one time, do a video with me. I'm going to ask him next time I see him. I hope he says yes. Because I visit him like twice a month. once a month I go and visit him. And so it's like it's time. Your page may end up getting monetized within a year easier than it was before, and you won't get burnt out because you're just talking about stuff that you probably were already talking about. You just pressed the camera. So I got this in the mail. Okay, let me make sure okay. So I got this in the mail. Okay. Google AdSense. I got this in the mail. So I'm going to tell you guys what this is and why this is super important. And you want to make sure you're knowledgeable about this before you actually start your, I mean, you know, as you're starting your channel, you want to be up on it, okay? It looks like a 23andMe packet. No, this is from YouTube. This is from Google. This is from, you know, this is from YouTube. AdSense. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys what this is all about in a hot second. So you're going to want to know, because this is, hold on. You gotta stay with me. Okay. So I'm going to read your guys' questions. There was a couple questions that came in, and then I will tell you what this is. Okay. Also, if you're vibing with me, if this is making sense, make sure to give the page a like. So it's like a virtual nod. So I, you know, am aware that you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So someone said, or maybe it got deleted, but someone said, what does it mean when you get monetized? It just basically means that your content now can get ads put on the video. And every time an ad plays on your video and someone sees it, someone clicks on your page and sees that ad, you get paid. Okay, let's see what else. Sing is bling. And that's another thing about that. Like, there is a lot of things that people say about themselves that are personal. And so even with me, as I'm on this journey, I'm making sure, I'm like, okay, if I say something, it means that I don't care if it gets repeated, right? So I told you guys that vote for Ciana Singh bling bling. Like, I don't care if I ever run into any of you guys on the street and you're like, vote for Ciana Singh bling bling. You know what I'm saying? But there is, even with me, I'm like, I'm the type of person that I really like to connect with people. But I have to realize that you guys are technically strangers. Like, even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Like, even if you get on my live all the time and you might pop in and say hi here and there, like, I technically don't know you and you technically don't know me. And so I can't just be spilling all the tea about my life. Now, if I were to know you in person and we were always around each other, like at work or events or something like that, then I would share more things. That's kind of the natural way that humans kind of start to like grow closer. But online, it is interesting because it's like, yeah, I'm on here, I'm getting on here with you guys every day. I'm vibing with you guys. You guys are teaching me things. I'm teaching you guys things. We have this Embody Pursuit community, the EP tribe, right? And we are figuring life out together. But at the end of the day, we don't actually know each other like how, like in the traditional sense of how humans connect. So for you, I hope, you know, just make sure you're careful. Anything that you say on the internet is permanently on there. Anything that I say on the internet is permanently on there. So I'm like, okay, Ciana, you know, you might need to like kind of slow your roll a little bit on like just saying so many things that might be personal, or you know what I'm saying? Like, even with me, I say LA, you're never going to hear me say the actual city that I live in. LA is huge. LA has 10 million people living in it and counting. So even with that, like, you know, speak in generalities, right? Make sure to, you know, if I am out somewhere, it's like you're not going to really be able to just pinpoint exactly where I am. Or I always say this on my Instagram, if I posted it, like if I post it and I actually like say the restaurant that I'm at, it means I've been left. So you just got to make sure that when you're kind of starting out online, and that's the one thing, like if there's anyone watching me that started their channel, there's a lot of like 40 and uppers that are just spilling it all. And we love it, but like make sure you're being safe as well, right? Like you don't want to just spill everything about yourself personally. Yeah, it hooks people in more because we like hearing personal stories. Like that's how we've connected for millennia. You know, we sit around a campfire and we talk. Like that was how humans connected. That was the internet, was the campfire. So, but we got to be careful. And I'm going to be on here for about another 10 minutes because I am tired. You can tell in my eyes, I am tired. Okay. Videos with less spontaneous editing get much more interaction instead of hate comments. Yep. Let's see what you guys are saying. Having an online personal or persona after ego is probably exhausting. Yeah. Cause it's like you got to check in, like, okay, let me check into that personality. Now I got to be loud and I got to be funny and I have to be da 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 and I have to make sure I'm wearing a certain thing. And like you could be the type of person that loves to be in sweats, but then your online persona is someone that has to have like an entire Mac beat down. You know what I mean? Like someone that has to have like a wig and maybe you don't want to wear your wig. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think there's a wave of like the edited YouTubers are kind of just like taking a break or permanently getting off YouTube. And then the real authentic humans that have always felt like the underdog, have always felt like you had to be pretty, have always felt like you had to have an expertise in something, like a PhD in something, have always felt intimidated by YouTube. It's like YouTube has like opened up the gates of like, no, we actually are welcoming you to just be yourself. Cause that's the one thing that we're getting away. It's almost going to be like expensive to actually find someone that's actually being themselves. Cause that's how much, like there's whole channels where it's just AI and people just are cloning themselves and then copying their voice and then putting a script inside the voice and the edited AI. Like I can make an AI of myself right now. There's apps right now and I could just make a 20-minute video, plug in the script and then boom, and then post it. And it's, I mean, and the AIs are getting every single day. It's like because you know, you can still tell when it's like kind of fake, but it's getting better and better every single day. Okay, I'm almost done and I will share with you guys what it is in this pamphlet here from YouTube. Yes, and people love storytelling. Absolutely. Storytelling is gold. Even if it's cooking, yeah. It's like it's not a check. No, it's not I wish. I mean, I guess in a roundabout way it will be. It's going to translate to a deposit. I'm just reading what y'all are saying. How long did it take for me to get monetized? So technically, as of right now, as we're speaking, I still have not. I still have not hit the 4,000 watch hours, but it's gonna happen any day now. Like any hour, any day. I'm like that close now. But technically, as we're speaking, so I've hit the 3,000 watch hours, and you gotta. I went. Please watch my last. Go to my playlist. It says how to grow your YouTube. I just posted a video yesterday. It's a 2-hour meaty video. And I talk about like my entire journey and all the L's. And one big one that I feel like a lot of YouTubers, they just don't talk about a lot is it's a rolling 365. It's not just you hit 4,000 watch hours and you're good. You have to hit 4,000 watch hours within 365 days. So a lot of people don't know that. They'll post on YouTube, fall off for a month, post on YouTube, fall off for a month, and say you had a really good month. You posted like 10 times. Well, if you still, and then a year goes by and you're still posting, well, that month that you had, like a good month that you had, if it's not within the 365 days now, like where you're at. So for example, like I feel like I like never know how to really explain this, but we're in November 2024. all the hours I earned in October 2023 are gone. They fell off. They fell off the back end. So it's a rolling 365. Once you hit the 4,000 watch hours within the 365, then you get monetized, then it falls off. It does, you're fine, you're in the program. But you have to actually hit the threshold first. So a lot of, for some reason, YouTubers, I don't know if it's just because like they're just trying to like the big ones, the big YouTubers that are like, how to grow your YouTube, and then they have a lot of social proof because their YouTube page is big, but I'm like, why don't they really talk about the 365 thing? That's like really messing people up. Whenever we see your live or or in your videos, we just feel good to watch you. Love from Omen. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. $11.11. Can I be a mod? I subbed and I'm in all of your life. Yeah, Volter, when you turn 18, I'm happy to make you a moderator. And I appreciate you being here. But I technically, like, it's like my lives are for adults, and so just want to emphasize that. Hello, beginner Indonesian YouTubers, greetings. Greetings from, wow, Indonesia, that's amazing. And I'm just going to be really transparent. Let me just read Hallie's really quick and then I'll say what I'm about to say. I was watching a live DoorDash did yesterday, and you could tell. Oh, a DoorDasher. I'm so used to seeing DoorDash. I was watching a live DoorDasher yesterday, and you could tell his exact location. Yeah. And like, I think I've like way at the beginning of when I first posted, I'm sure I've done that. Like maybe my camera was angled and like you could see the exact, like, I don't know, just like a street sign or something. And I was like, I gotta make sure I'm on top of that. Like it's not a joke. And it's you do have to learn how to be online safely, because people are just, it's just sad that there is creepers out there that just want to become obsessed with you, and it's just weird. So here's the thing. There is a lot of questions about my age, my ethnicity, my marital status. Okay? My age, my ethnicity, my marital status. I have disclosed those things in my past lives. So if you are really interested about that, if you want to know how old I am, if you want to know about my ethnic background, if you want to know about just like, I've actually had a few lives in the last month where I have just had casual conversation. So you can go back in time and watch those. And I'm not saying I won't announce that in the future, but my lives are going to be for the people that actually want to discuss the topic. So I love, and it's very flattering that you guys want to know more about me personally. And there might be a time where I just do a specific Q&A on like, okay, just get to know Ciana. But 90% of the time, it's going to be about health, wellness, beauty, YouTube, how to get out of debt. Like, it's going to be growth mindset, self-development mindset type of topics. And I will be skipping over, if you see, because I know people keep repeating the same thing over and over. I will, it's on purpose. I do see your guys' comments, and think of me kind of like a college professor. Like when you go into a college classroom, or you're going into a job training, you're not immediately going up to the person saying, hey, are you black? Are you white? Are you Mexican? Are you Indonesian? Are you Australian? How old are you? What's your marital status? Like, I am in service when I'm online. So I am in service to be a teacher. I feel called to gather and collect people together, and we talk about topics and grow. So just know that and I'm probably going to say this message for a while now, as the weeks come. And I wish I could actually just put that into like a little guideline that pops up every time you pop into the live. But this is not the kind of channel where I'm wanting to be exalted or any of that. Like, this is about me helping you, and then if there's something I can't help you with, then me getting the resource to help you. That's why I started this channel. It's not for me to be exalted or told, X, Y, and Z, although the compliments are literally blessings. I appreciate it. But this is for me to be of service to you, okay? So I just want to really drive that home. So yeah, technically, Hallie, I am not monetized at the 4,000 watch hours yet. It's crazy. I know. Where I took the L was at the 365 thing. So my lifetime, like when you look at I showed it in my live yesterday. When you look at my lifetime analytics, it is 10,000 watch hours. But because I haven't hit 4,000, a chunk of 4,000 within 365 days, I'm still not monetized. But I will, like, it's going to happen anytime now. Like, I'm super close. But I am monetized for the 3,000. So there's thresholds now, which is really cool, actually. Because I feel like if you go from not being monetized at all to just boom, you're monetized. Now you have a store. Now you have memberships. Now you have super chats. Now you have all these things. It is kind of overwhelming because you have to learn all those features now that you didn't have before. So I kind of like that you get things unlocked at each level. Like, I have access to memberships. I still haven't activated it yet. You know what I mean? Because I'm still learning it, and I still am learning like what I want to do with it. So there's that. And then the super chats, and then my store, I still need to upload my store, but then there's like an issue with my Shopify. So I'm like back and forth with Shopify. So there's just a lot. And I'm going to get to the AdSense. Don't worry. Good point on others overlooking the 365. Yeah, Andre or Mr. Andre, that's where people are taking the L's. And then it feels like you're just always playing catch up, and it feels like YouTube isn't for you, but it's just you just don't know the strategy. I mean, you just don't know the guidelines. Oh, you came from Whole Foods? Nice. What'd you get? Let's see what y'all are saying. Yes, Hallie, God willing. I know I'm super behind. Okay. So, dun da da da. What's this? So when you get monetized, when you hit the 3,000 watch hours, you're going to want to screenshot this so that way you always know what to look for in your mailbox. So when you get the 3,000 watch hours, okay, YouTube is really strict. Like they run you through an entire, like you have to open up an AdSense account, and when you go online on the app, it'll direct you to it. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So right now, okay, like when you go to, I just want to make sure I don't have anything super personal. So when you go to the YouTube studio, okay, this is a YouTube studio. See where I'm at? This is the 4,000. You see these bars. This is like, the more blue you see, that means I'm getting closer. So look, I only have a little bit of white left. So I'm super close to hitting the 4,000 watch hours. And then you have to hit 10 million views. Yeah, you have to hit 10 million public views in order to get monetized for shorts. So I'm like, see how far I am from that? Okay. Now, once you hit the 3,000, so if I were to scroll up, I already hit the 3,000. Okay. So now I have, see these charms here? I have access to that stuff. Those are portals I can get paid now. In order to actually get paid, okay, YouTube will send you so the address that you put in your YouTube, you have to make sure that it's the address that you know, can receive mail to, because YouTube and everything's not virtual. You would think it would be virtual, but this is like the one thing where they're like, we have to make sure everything's legit. So you have to put in your, you have to show two forms of identification. Like you have to put in your driver's license, you have to put in a bank statement with that address on there, and a utility bill, or some kind of like, you have to just show like backup on backup on backup of who you are. And then once they approve that, so then that takes a few days. They make sure that it's you and all that. Then to really make sure it's you, they send you this in the mail. And then what it said in here, there's like a little, and you don't have to really do much, but just pay attention. If you don't pay attention to this, then you'll take the L's. But if you go to the YouTube Studio app, it'll just pop up, like right when you open up the app, it'll say, okay, you know, there is something that you need to do. Like it'll pop up with a notification, and you basically enter the PIN code that's in here. You enter it inside the AdSense. So it'll walk you through what to do. I'm not going to bore you guys with that part, but just make sure that, you know, even if you want to know what I'm talking about, there's actually some really good tutorials right now that are, just type in how to create your AdSense account. Okay, write that down, how to create your AdSense account. And then you even type in how to enter your PIN number. Even though you're not monetized yet or close to it yet, you just still want to have an idea of what that is, because it's been like a whole process. Like, it's like once you get the 3,000 watch hours, yeah, I can get super chats, but like I can't technically deposit the money from the super chats into my personal account until they verify all these things. And then they take like 2, 3, 4 days to verify each step. Okay, so there's a lot of steps. So just those 2 questions, type it in. How to create an AdSense account, which you won't be able to right now because you're not monetized yet. But just so that way you know how to create a AdSense account, and then how to activate your PIN code from Google AdSense. And then you'll see people will show the whole tutorial and have it all official and everything, and show you the process. Let me actually start from the bottom. Happy birthday, El Junio. I don't butcher. Huge, you know, but I feel like it's not j. I feel like it's like the sound would be like a H, but you guys can make fun of me. It's okay. Let's see. The comments are so interesting. Some of them. Ladies, I have no shame right now. I'm single. I'm a single mom of a 1-year-old. Okay. Work part-time and can't get diapers right now. Okay. Wait, where'd it go? Or maybe Hallie deleted it because it might have been a spam. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah, the shorts are wild. Like, I just don't even, I'm not even, and you have to hit it within 3 months. It's the rolling. I see, I just did it. I'm like complaining about the bigger YouTubers. You need to talk about the rolling 365. Well, it's a rolling 90 days. It's a rolling 90 days. You have to hit 10 million in 90 days. So if you hit 9 million and then you don't hit the 10 million within a 90-day rolling 90 day, you have to keep going. So they make it feel like it's unattainable, but it is. I know now that if I would have just posted every day like I am now, I would have been monetized like 3 years ago. And here's the thing, I talk about this in another video. Yeah, seriously. That's why there's a wave of people actually encouraging people to start to keep their 9 to 5 and start a YouTube and not even think about quitting until you're completely fully monetized and you have multiple streams of income coming through it. And it's like you're not just only, because you can't just rely on AdSense either, which I talked about in my video yesterday, so I don't want to be redundant. But if you have a 9 to 5 and you like your job, don't quit until you can retire, and then still have a YouTube. Excuse me, still have a YouTube as well. And then that way, when you retire, you could just, you have another whole stream of income coming in, and you have your retirement and your 401k and all that. And, you had good insurance from your job and all that. But if you hate your job, you need to figure out how to transition out, because this is your life we're talking about. This is your life. And you don't deserve to, you just don't deserve to be withering away at a job you hate. But if you enjoy your job, you hit the jackpot. And there are some people like that. There are some people like that. I unfortunately was one of the ones that ended up getting into a job that I absolutely despised and was soul sucking. If a small channel has $97 info product, wait, let me see. If a small channel has a $97 info product or something like that, they will still make great money without the ads. Yep, they will. Especially if they're like, have really good social proof and really good rapport with the people that are in their community. Absolutely. Because if you think about it, so let's just round that up to $100. So if you sell it to 10 people, that's $1,000. You sell it to 100 people, it's $10,000. 100 people, and let's just say you get consistent like 3, 4,000, 5,000 views. You can easily make an easy 10,000. But it just has to be something that people really are, kind of your point, Hallie, of like not being a money grab. Like it has to be something where you stand behind that $97 and you're super happy for anyone to buy it, because it's something that you would have bought 10 times over yourself. That's how proud of it you are, of your product. I think I interpreted that. I don't know if it was a question or a statement. Okay, so before I go, any questions about what I have discussed, what we're talking about with this is, I don't know, maybe I might do one more quick video because there is so much I've learned. I tried to shove a bunch into it yesterday, and then I wanted to tonight, but I'm just too tired tonight, and it's late. I might do one more video, so it'll be like a 3-part series of the hitting 5,000 deep dive, and then I'll do another deep dive when I hit 10,000 subscribers. So any questions about YouTube, about any of that? Yes, it was a statement. I plan to sell wellness course and consultations once I get it all together. Google monetization will. Yes, love that, Hallie. Super excited to watch you grow into that. Yes, yes, yes. Same thing with me too. Like when I eventually sell something with a bigger ticket number on it, it's going to be something that I'm like, you are literally missing out on life if you don't get that. Like that's how confident and happy and excited I want to be about it. I don't want it to be like a, get this and it'll help you out. And I think what I'm even going to do, this is good in general for anyone else on here as well. Give it away for free to like your closest friends and family, and then have them go through the course, have them go through it. So to work out the kinks, make sure the flow is good too. And then that way you're super confident when you really launch it. Cause you're like, oh, well, 10 people have already, like I did a sample group of 10 people, and they literally were able to get the result based on this product that they bought. Ooh, yeah. The artwork, yep. Love that. If you I'm so my grandma was an artist, and one of my life goals, it's like it's on my serious, I guess not really a bucket list, but it's high up on my priority list, is she has so much beautiful art. She was a professional artist, but she just didn't get to really go hard with it and sell it. Like it just didn't, her life didn't turn out to be like entrepreneurial, right? Like she just didn't have the time or the business sense to do it, but her art is elite. Like it's museum level. And so I want to start selling her stuff, but I don't want to sell the actual art unless it goes for thousands of dollars, but I want to sell like copies of it, but like really really high quality copies of it. But like I don't want to just put it on the internet and like say, "Hey, buy this," because people can just screenshot. So I need to figure out how to do that. And I know that you could put like overlays over it, but I need to figure out how to do something where you can like buy a digital image, but like not be able to just screenshot it from like the website before they buy it. So is that pretty much what an NFT is? Like, is that, would I have to convert them into NFTs or something? I got to figure that out. I feel really, guys, I feel really embarrassed for asking, but I'm honestly desperate. If anyone can, it's Jessica Pot. So a lot of, I don't know you, Angel in Sundress. Please don't send anyone a cash app from these lives. Like if this was like a private Patreon and it's a group of people that we know and we see all the time, and somehow we were able to validate if this is a real person, like a real thing, but not to be um insensitive, but like I really am protective over my community, and I don't want anyone giving anybody a cash app. Before anyone thinks about giving anybody a cash app, give your mom a cash app, give your dad a cash app. If you don't have any children, give your nieces and nephews a cash app. Don't give somebody online a cash app because they say a story. Like it, unfortunately, even if your story is true, Angel in Sundress, this is a public forum, so we can't validate if your story is actually valid or not. So please, like, I'm gonna go ahead and just delete that comment, and please don't repeat it. And if you do, then I'm gonna have to block you until we can verify something like that. Yeah, see, this is the thing, like sadly, there's like someone said someone should send that money, that woman money for diapers. Like we don't know, like we're all of us have beautiful hearts, and like our natural reaction is to do that, but this is a, like my live is not, it's not like a private verified live of like being able to verify if everybody is who they are. So technically we don't know if it's legit or not. So that's really unfortunate that the internet has turned, you know, society into where I would have to say something like that, because ideally, yeah, I would just love to be like, boom, everybody send X, Y, and Z. But this is not that. When maybe in the future, if I start like a private group and we all know each other and we have each other's like Instagrams, and we maybe do a Zoom call, like it's a Zoom, and everybody is like, it's required for everybody to be on the Zoom, like we can physically see each other. Maybe, you know, we would do something like that to where we would give back to someone in the community, but I don't want anyone giving money to each other, not in my lives. And then you guys are getting scammed later, and then, you know, reaching out to me saying, oh, wow, that person was da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So just if it's on your heart to give to someone you actually know, because I know we all know at least one person that needs groceries right now. We all know someone that needs their light bill paid. We all know someone that needs an extra, couple bucks for gas, like extra 50, 60, 70 bucks for gas is super expensive. So, I just want to, I know as we go on, there's going to be more rules, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get more and stay organized. Do you have any ideas or suggestions for me of what should I do? Okay. So you said I'm trying to get more and stay organized. So the first part of your question, if you're not already organized right now, what's holding you back? I just need to know that so I can actually give you a solid answer. But I just want to know a little bit more. I just want you to elaborate a little bit more. Why aren't you organized today? Like, what is it? Is it like work? You work overtime, children, um, overwhelmed? Like, I just need to know a little bit more context. Any ideas? Any good ideas for people starting a YouTube channel? My dad is in his 50s, and I mean, 50s is this is the time of the 50-year-old on YouTube. This is the shining time for 50-year-olds on YouTube. Literally, he could talk about life, life wisdom, what he's learned, what he would have done differently when he looks back, what he wishes he could have changed. But have him first sit down and write out everything that he's interested in talking about. Everything that he's interested in talking about. Then narrow it down to his top three that are his top three. So it might be 100 things that he likes: cars, forks, trucks, video games, food. Like, it might be 100 things, and then pick the most favorite top three. Then see if people are searching those things, because your dad could be start a YouTube channel, but if there's no one really searching that topic, it's going to be longer for him to actually get traction. So you want to make sure it's something where people are there's a market for it. There's a viewership for it, right? So but right now, specifically in general, I don't know if he cares to talk about wisdom and stuff like that, like what he's been through, but that's really trending really well for 50 and up, because life experience is, you can't be you there's literally nothing you can do to gain it. Like, you just have to physically be on the planet for that long to actually then get that level of wisdom at number 50, age 50. Okay? So it's really, really good right now for the 50 and uppers. It really is. If you've been in here for a while, go ahead and like the video so I can get a virtual nod. So I know you guys are with me on this. Okay, you guys are going to be probably grossed out, but okay. What's in here? I'll tell you what's in here in a second. Okay. So I'm putting y'all on right now. Well, this is not my idea, but this is like what I've been doing for a while, and I love it. It's chia seeds, but I let it soak all day. So I put chia seeds, in this cup with this mug, or with water in this mug earlier this morning, and it's just been sitting in my refrigerator all day. And now, like, the consistency is like, like they expand. So I actually need to heat it up again. It's cold now. But and I just put a little bit of honey in it, and I'm going to down it. And it's really, really great for digestion. The answer to the question about organization is I'm just doing stuff constantly. And okay. So, one of the biggest things that people have, because actually studied, this is like a very fascinating topic um, that I don't know, I just like researching about stuff like this. A really big issue that people have is that they have too many things in their realm. So, too many things to manage. So, no matter what, we're all managers. We're all managing our toiletries, we're managing our closet, we're managing our kitchenware, we're managing our refrigerator. Like we're always managing stuff. So, what I really want to suggest is first, instead of trying to get like super organized, get rid of a bunch of stuff. So go through your phone, unsubscribe from a bunch of stuff. Go through your bathroom, get rid of a bunch of stuff. Go through the kitchen, get rid of a bunch of stuff that you just always, if you find yourself like reaching over things, and and you might say, well, that's not what I'm talking about with organization, but you buy back time. So let's just say you are someone that you have your closet and you're always really wearing like the same 10 shorts and pants and the same like 20 tops. Get rid of everything else because you have to manage all those things. Like you have to wash them and move them out of the way. So you end up buying back 3 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here because you're not managing as much physical material things. And then once you don't have those things, then you create a system. So I literally went through this 4 years ago. I've talked about this in another video. So if I'm repeating myself, this is going to help some other people that haven't heard this. 4 years ago, I literally was like, I just feel so cluttered. Like everything must go. Like off with your head. Like I just was like, everything must go. Everything must get out. And so I literally started from one corner of my life and then went through every single thing and like literally physically. So in one corner in my bathroom, I went through one drawer, cleaned it out, perfectly bleached and everything out. And cuz women we collect like skincare and hairbrushes and combs and hair ties and all that stuff. So I organized my first drawer perfectly. Then I maintained it. Then I went to my second drawer, cleaned it out perfectly. Then I maintained now both things. Then I went through my medicine cabinet, purged a bunch of stuff. Now I'm maintaining the medicine cabinet and both the drawers. Now I'm cleaning under the sink. And it wasn't necessarily that I was messy. It's just I had too much stuff. It was too much an abundance of stuff. So now I did that in my entire bathroom, my entire kitchen, my entire bedroom, all my closets, the living room, the car, my emails, unsubscribing from a bunch of things, turning off the notifications. Like I don't get my Instagram notifications, I turned them off. So only time I know if I got a message is if I physically go into the app, but I don't get a bunch of notifications. So go through each layer of your life virtually and physically, purge a bunch of stuff, then go back and organize each thing. And it might take you a year to get a system, a real system that's permanent. That's also why my page this year started to grow because I have a system to where it's working like a well-oiled machine. And look at me, I said I was going to be on here for 30 minutes, but then every time I start talking and like giving and like just being of service, I get energy. It's almost like I drank coffee. So like I was tired and I still kind of am, but it's like I got a boost of energy. So I hope that helps. Let me know if that helps or if you need more on that. I was reading what you guys were saying. Hmm. That's good. Scott, basically have a Buddhist outlook. It makes sense. The more you let go, the more you are in the present. Yeah. Because like there's just not as much stuff to like, as much laundry, as much dishes, as much, you know, and sometimes we can get analysis paralysis to where there's just too many options and we waste so much time on deciding what option we're going to choose. And then you talked about anxiety. So then we get, not you, Scott, but the original person I asked the question. So then we get anxiety because it's just like there's just analysis paralysis is overload. And then we have all the apps on our phone, and then we're getting phone calls, and then we're getting text message, and then someone's knocking on the door, and it's too much. And then we got our job and all the everything that comes with, your job and your boss and your coworkers, and it's just too much. So layer down, and you'll notice, like, after just even purging, so say if you didn't even organize the stuff yet, but you just get rid of stuff, you're just going to feel lighter, feel better. All right. Yeah, it's true. It's like we live, there's just so much information on the internet. And then there's so much opposing arguments. So it's like, which one do you believe? It's just so much. So we have to just have discernment. We have to have discernment and then do our own trial and error and just basically have enough wisdom to know if it's something that you should really like believe or not. But really it comes with trial and error. It comes with experimenting. So that's where a lot of people go wrong. We're talking about YouTube growth. A lot of people go wrong because they do analysis paralysis. Where should I start? What should I do? What topic should I pick? What should my name be? What should I do? It's just too much instead of just pushing on. And then you listen to all the big YouTube advice, and it's all great advice. The big thing that I always hear about YouTubers is some YouTubers think that you should only start with quality videos first, and then just take the time to do quality videos. But then there's other YouTubers that are like, no, just do 100 crappy videos first, then after 100 crappy videos, then start thinking about leveling up your stuff. Now that I've done trial and so both are probably right, both sides are probably correct, but I did trial and error. So with it, so I was like, okay, should I do quality, should I not? And I was like, I'm gonna go the route of 100 crappy videos because I just feel like I just need to get used to posting. And then now I can say that I do think that 100 crappy videos is a better route based on your personality, because some people are just gonna like, you have to build up a YouTube muscle. You just do. You have to build up a YouTube muscle on posting consistently, learning how to even upload, making sure all the settings are correct, right? Would you say the internet is a matrix? Absolutely. I think it's both. I think it's the matrix, and it's also revealing the matrix. Does that make sense? Like, the internet is a grid that we're all plugged into, but it also is exposing that we're in the grid. So you just have to have like discernment to actually realize that and then navigate what that looks like in your life. It's absolutely true. Majority of times we build up our own anxiety. Sometimes just letting go of fears and others' expectations of us will definitely shrink our anxiety. Yep. How about you do this stanky leg and then I'll let you still stay in the chat. I have to drink this in a certain way because it's, you know, chia seeds, when they expand, it's gooey. So it can just get like weird. You have to post it on your Instagram. If you have an Instagram, you have to post it on your Instagram story. Then put your Instagram name in here. And then we're all going to go to your Instagram and look at your story. And then we'll decide. You like the sliminess? I can't, the consistency, I can't take it. That's why I have to do the honey. And then it has to, I actually need to go heat this back up because when it's really hot and then something about it being sweet, I can just like swallow it better. But yeah. If anyone ever wants to tell me something like private, you guys can email me at my business email, embodypursuit@gmail.com. Embodypursuit@gmail. So, you know, it's just embodypursuit@gmail.com. Oh, man. Just reading what you guys are saying. You know what? It's the first time I haven't gotten tarot card reader. Usually when I have my hair down and like kind of frizzy and puffy, and I usually get at least one tarot card reading comment. All right, everybody. I think I'm gonna hang it up. It's time. My eyes are like, remember the other day, Patrick, I was like literally back like this. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm sipping chia seeds. Chia seeds in water. It was hot, but in water with honey, raw honey. Thanks for tapping in, everybody. I am going to go to sleep. Yeah, because it was getting, and it's funny because like it's not like I can hear you. So like if I really did fall asleep, you know, I wouldn't have been able to hear like a, that would be kind of cool actually. Like if there was certain levels, like moderators could actually make a sound on the live, that would be kind of cool. No, I actually want them to, I hope they hear that because that would be kind of cool. I'm just reading some people are commenting on some of my shorts. All right, everyone. I keep saying that, but I'm gonna go. It's like I'm so tired. I'm so tired, I don't even want to push the live off and get up and go lay down. It's like I just want to sleep right now. Like I just want to put my head back and go to sleep and just pull this blanket that's right here and just go to sleep. But I have to get up. I have to wash my face, I have to do my nighttime routine, I have to brush my teeth, um, and just do all of that stuff. So also, pro tip, instead of doing your nighttime routine right before you go to sleep, you should actually do it like around 6:37, maybe 8 o'clock, when you're not super tired and ready to go to sleep yet. So that way your skincare products can actually sink into your skin, because a lot of times what women do, and I'm sure men too, they'll wash their face and do all that stuff, and then they'll go right to sleep, and then maybe they're a side sleeper, and then they're wiping off all the stuff that they did for the beauty products is just going right on the pillow. So you actually want it to seep into your skin. So you want to make sure that you do your nighttime routine. But I just was out all day and I just like got home and popped on live. But yeah, usually like if I would have gotten home like around 6 or 7, I would have just done that whole nighttime routine in the evening. So my email is Embody Pursuit. So it's like on my username it says Ciana Singh Embody Pursuit. So it's Embody Pursuit all together at gmail.com. For some reason I thought I had it in my bio, but I didn't see it actually. So let me know if you guys can see it in my normal like bio. It should be like when you click on the bio like up here, then it should be there, but it's just Embody Pursuit. See how it says Embody Pursuit? I do read the chat, but I don't read it all out loud because there's just too many times where I've read stuff out loud that was just like offensive because like I'm just comfortably like flowing and reading, and then it's like I say something out loud. So I have to unfortunately read it silently and then say it out loud. And I'm really just answering questions. If it's like just comments and stuff, I don't read out every comment. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful night. Tap in with me. If you haven't subscribed already, you're going to want to make sure to subscribe. Oh, one last thing. For real. One last thing. I'm giving this away for free. This is a really, really awesome heated blanket. Perfect for winter season. If you're not really into this, you can end up winning it and giving it away as a gift. So I am actually giving this away. This is my November giveaway. So if you're interested in trying to win this, don't have to worry about the shipping and handling. It's all on me. This will just pop up at your doorstep. And it's just a simple thank you for being a part of our tribe. Okay. So link is in the description. So do that if you're interested. And I will talk to you guys all. Let me see if there's anything else. I will talk to you guys all later this week. Bye.